Give me 5 minutes to sow this word into you, but let me pray first. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready. Lord, use my voice as your voice to help those who do not understand so they may understand. In the name of Yeshua, amen. So this morning, the Lord had me looking at spiritual blindness, and I'm just going to read you these verses and then we'll talk about it, right? John 9:1, and passing by, he saw a man blind from birth. That's Yeshua. Genesis 2:7 says, and Yahweh Elohim formed man out of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils breath of life, and the man became a human being. Then John 9:35 through 39, Yeshua heard that they had cast him out, and when he found him, he said to him, do you believe in the Ben of Elohim? He answered and said, who is he, Adonai, that I might believe in him? And Yeshua said to him, you have both seen him, and he who speaks with you is he. And he said, Adonai, I believe, and bowed before him. And Yeshua said, for judgment I have come into this world, that those not seeing might see, and those seeing might become blind. We went down this whole road of spiritual blindness. And it happened because I'm asking him, Lord, how do you want me to show people you? How do I do this introduction to Yeshua? Hey, I know y'all heard about Jesus, right? And I'm not saying that you can't use his name, but it's different when I got a brother named John, and people that really know him call him Bo. People that really don't know him call him John. But they know him. They just don't know him on that level. Anyway, he said you got to inform them that they have spiritual blindness. So now when I looked up the word spirit, it's a noun, so it's a person, place, or thing. And it says a force within a human being thought to give the body life, energy, and power. And then the Lord said in Genesis 2:7, and Yahweh Elohim formed man out of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a human being. He said, I gave them, the Almighty gave them the breath of life, and they come from me. Everybody comes from me. So if there's there's disconnect, it's because the spirit is not able to see me. And I always say that, I don't play with certain people who have a borrowed breath. Because listen, I got a borrowed breath, but I'm not going to sit here and waste my breath on something that's not going to benefit me. I'm not going to argue no more. I've spent almost all of my life being that type of person, but then being spiritually awakened. And Yeshua said, when I walked past dude, I saw him. I noticed his condition. He said, and then when he went through everything, because dude got healed, Yeshua goes, go wash your eyes off. And immediately things came after him. And then even his own people were like, listen, he's grown. Why don't you ask him? He goes, I understand what a person goes through when they really have an encounter with me, because I see them, I choose them, I pick them. He goes through all of this, and then I go back and look for him because I heard, right? And it doesn't say who told him, but he had heard that dude was going through it. And dude stood 10 toes because he was like, listen, all I know is I was blind. He asked me if I wanted to see. I said yes. I don't know who he is. You want to know? You trying to find out too? Let me know. Right? That's literally how it is when somebody is blind. Listen, let me talk about me, because I was definitely blind to the Most High, how he moved, how he really felt about me, the purpose of Yeshua, because I didn't listen. Jesus is hanging on a cross somewhere, unable to help me. So there's no way I would ever follow somebody like that. But the Most High showed me pipe down. All of your stuff has blinded you from really seeing that it's me, that you do have a borrowed breath, that my son came to show you the way. And walk and even if I fell off, Yeshua coming back for me, and I can just go back to situation after situation where he's popped up oh, You want to do this on your own? You know what it is. But if you want to see it just in physical, your spirit has a connection to me. We need to be walking together. We need to be in tune, because you're not going to make it without me. The fact that he just loved me enough to come back and know, like, I would be blinded by like depression, or I would be blinded by some past trauma, or I would be blinded by my own deceit that I had just told myself, like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this is what the situation is gonna be. It's happened to me time and time and time again. I just think that, like, it's time that we open our eyes and realize that we have a greater purpose, and we're off because we are blind to the Spirit of the Most High. We've set up our own ideology of what is supposed to be real, and then now it's like anybody's narrative. I need something consistent, and for me, the Most High has always been consistent to show me, like, you're out here acting crazy by being emotional and doing whatever you want to do instead of working through your problems and allowing me to help you through. Like, I know. Man, the fact that he said that for judgment I have come into this world that those not seeing might see. I couldn't see it because it was a lie. And now that he showed me the truth, listen, you can't tell me nothing about him. Like, he's not real. Like, he isn't active. Like, this isn't an everyday thing where it's to have the Most High incorporated in everything I do, because he's so good. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to walk alone blindly in the world trying to make my own way. This place is shot. And it's about to get worse. But to have him build up my spirit, man, to have me recognize that my borrowed breath, because it's his breath that's in me, I'll remain alive and continue to live if I feed off of what he's given me every single day. Because listen, being sick, I can't taste nothing, and like, it doesn't make sense to eat. I don't even know if my body's really hungry, or it's just being deceptive. Like, I'm not having hunger pains. Like, just listen, you got to make the choice. You have to recognize that something is off, right? And there's a disconnect in your spirit. You don't have to be blind anymore.